Chapter 136, The Shadow of Potential. Ch136 was completely without words. She stood frozen, a look of utter shock painted across her face as Juro was hauled away into the gloom. "Damn it," she hissed, her voice trembling with a mix of rage and powerlessness. "My power. If I only had it." Breathing heavily, Ch136 turned around just in time to see a shadow cutting through the sky. Raito was flying swiftly through the air, touching down right beside her. Before he could even speak, Ch136 yelled out, her chest heaving as she gasped for air. It's bad!" A man named Juro. "Someone took him away. I couldn't stop him. My powers." Raito looked at her, stunned, but as he glanced around, his eyes widened even further. The desolate, battle-torn landscape of the Air Kingdom was gone. Across the entire horizon, life had been restored vibrant, lush, and completely green. Raito turned back to Ch136, his voice filled with genuine surprise. "You did this?" Ch136 didn't have the breath to answer verbally. She simply nodded her head, still desperately, catching her wind, remaining silent. "That man," Ch136 managed to choke out, forcing the words past her dry throat. "He also took the sword with Juro, the Matuki blade." Raito froze. The shock hit him like a physical blow. Now that is bad. Before the tension could heavy the air any further, the sound of rushing footsteps echoed behind. Raito's back. A squad of medics had finally arrived at the scene. Raito elevated his voice, commanding the field with absolute authority. "Take care of this woman. She saved us. She was. She is." He caught himself mid-sentence, deliberately cutting off the word conqueror before it could slip past his lips. A hero. Ch136 looked up at Raito, a flicker of profound relief softening her features at his gesture. He had protected her truth when she was too weak to defend it herself. Without another word, the medics moved in, gently supporting her weight as they helped her walk away. Left alone on the grassy ridge, Raito folded his arms and stared out toward the distant horizon, his brow furrowed in deep concern. What will happen now? Meanwhile, within the hospital sector of the Air Kingdom Palace, the soft hum of medical devices filled the quiet room. Ryu was slowly regaining consciousness. Bandages were wrapped tightly across his shoulder and chest, binding his heavy wounds. He blinked against the harsh light, his vision gradually clearing, only for his heart to spike in sudden shock. Sitting right beside his bed, looming over him, was Vlad the Giant. "What the?" Ryu stammered, flinching back slightly. Vlad shifted, his massive frame casting a wide shadow across the bed. "Finally, you are awake." "How long? Was I asleep?" Ryu asked, his voice raspy. "For hours," Vlad replied plainly. Ryu winced, instinctively reaching up to touch his bandaged chest. It hurts." Vlad stared down at him, his expression unreadable. "You need to heal up fast." Ryu blinked, giving the giant a bewildered look. What is he trying to say? Vlad's tone grew deadly serious. "I saw you were awake when Shira the Wise cast the spell over. The entire arena, you somehow avoided falling asleep. And your eyes, they look similar to ours." Ryu's head tilted in confusion. "Huh? What do you mean?" Vlad closed his eyes, a faint, knowing smile touching his lips. "You have far more potential than any of us. I do not know how, but you do not even realize it yet. Stefan, my brother, still cannot control it, but you do not even know what talent you possess." Ryu's mind raced, completely lost as to what Vlad was blathering about. "What are you talking about?" Vlad opened his eyes, leaning in slightly as his voice dropped to a low whisper. "Tenmetsu." On a small bedside table next to Ryu, a glass of water suddenly began to vibrate. The surface rippled, the liquid sloshing side to side as an invisible force rattled the glass against the wood. Ryu stared at the shaking water in absolute shock, his breath catching in his throat. What was that?" Vlad looked Ryu dead in the eye, his expression stern and resolute. "This is the reason you stayed awake," Vlad said smoothly. "I am offering to help you awaken your man. True power and talent, so you can become a truly powerful warrior." Ryu sat frozen, completely speechless, in total shock.